Gen Con 2022 continues to rock on. It is day 2. My final interview of the day is with the fine Wolfgang Bauer of Kobold Press.
Thank you for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Last year we got to chat for the first time, and we had a fun interview.
Yes, I liked seeing you, and then we loaded you up with stuff and said, here.
Yes.
Look at what Kobold's been doing. You need to catch up.
And I've been having people catch up on it too, in videos and first looks and reviews and things of that nature.
Well, one of the things we handed you last year was there's more news this year.
Well,
Scarlet Citadel.
I was going to say, are we talking Scarlet Citadel?
Yeah, that's the one.
I think it's up for an Annie.
You are so correct. It is up. The first time we've been nominated in this category, cartography, because Scarlet Citadel, remember that big map folio with all the fold-out wet-dry maps? That set of maps is beautiful, and the judges said it's a nominee. It's going up for cartography tonight is the Annie Awards, and we won't know until tonight whether it's a winner or it's an honor to be nominated. But either way...
Right. Yes. It was an honor to be nominated.
No, honestly, it is this time.
Yes.
It's never happened for us in cartography, and I'm like, darn it, those are really great maps. Someone noticed.
Speaking of judges and Annies, isn't there something that just straight out won a Judges Award?
Jeff, you are remarkably well informed on the Annies Awards because, yes, the Kobold Guide to Monsters won the Judges Spotlight Award this year. It's not an honor to be nominated. It's fun to win.
Right.
Kobold Guide to Monsters is an Annie's winner.
The only thing is you didn't, I don't believe you knew who the competition was, so you couldn't do one of the na-na-na-na-na-na.
Right, they don't put out nominations. That's okay. There are many fine products.
It's good to be king.
It's good to be king. We love that. No, the Kobold Guide to Monsters is fun. If you are writing monsters of your own or you want to upgrade your monsters, you just want to think about monsters, like that, there's a reason that one caught the judge's eye.
That I have not seen.
All right, we need to load you up with Kobold guides.
Well, we know. Get ready, everybody. We're going to have another Kobold week on the live show, and there'll be more Kobold videos. You know what's coming.
Yes.
Speaking of things that are coming.
Yes.
And I don't mean that in an adult way.
Oh, come on now.
Coming soon.
Yes.
Hitting stores is Tome of Heroes, which I have already done a first look video.
Oh, yes, you have. Thank you.
The review's coming soon. In fact, the review should be hitting stores. I should say the review is going to hit when the book hits stores.
Right. It's an August release. Yeah, mid-August. You should see it at your friendly local game store. I'm really looking forward to the review because it's a meaty book. Here at Gen Con, people have just been picking it up going, oh my god, 300 pages, player options, everything from downtime rules, right, the gunpowder rules, 70 subclasses, I forget, 20 new races, variant races. There's a lot.
And one thing that I notice that always does well for 5e are player option books.
Yes, and this one's our first hardcover for all 5e campaign. We've done player option books that are like Midgard specific or soft cover little ones, but this is sort of a big, juicy, like you're gonna flip through it and say, I've got 12 new character ideas.
Right.
So that's why it's it's doing well here at Gen Con, and who knows, maybe we'll talk about an Annie next year, but maybe not. It looks good, it reads good, it's going to change your table.
Any of the judges out there happen to see this video, it's just wink, wink, nudge, nudge, maybe next year?
Hints, early betting next year. Well, no, who knows? I'm proud of the book. We worked hard on this thing. Play tested the hell out of it.
And one thing I always point out with the Kobold Press books is I really love the artwork and the uniformity of the artwork throughout. It's not a mixed bag in the books.
The art team, they're looking for the best artists they can, but they're also trying to say, in a certain style.
Sure.
If it sort of all matches, the whole book feels more like a unified piece. Yeah, I love the art.
So we're going to get onto a future Kickstarter in just a moment, but I did want to talk a little bit about the Midgard book, which I thought was just phenomenal. A lot of fun.
Yes.
And it's one of these setting books where It is original. It's a little dark. It's not grim dark.
No. But
It's kind of like dark fairy tale a bit.
Yeah.
I love the ghouls and the vampire kingdom.
Yes, I love the vampire. My players don't love the vampire kingdoms, but I like the vampire kingdoms.
Yeah, Dungeon Master's going to dig that.
Right? Like, where's he from? Oh, the vampire kingdoms. Oh boy, here we go.
So it wasn't that long ago that you built upon Midgard with the Southlands book.
Yeah, so the Southlands expansion is basically, the climate, the desert, the jungle, the Egyptian, the Arabian-themed high fantasy, high adventure setting. It's connected to Midgard, but you can just run it if you're like, I want to run a desert campaign, or I want to do tombs and pyramids and mummies. It's got all those things, and it's got a lot more, right? Like the Knoll kingdoms are in there. There's the hive cities of the insect folk. There's the Djinborn, who are nomads descended from genies, right? So it's got all this wonderful high fantasy stuff, and there's a matching City of Cats city book, which is like a little starter campaign, but it's also a city book you can drop in any desert. So yeah, I love the Southlands, and I will talk your ear off about it.
Well, I wanted to bring it up.
Yeah,
because that came out since we had chatted.
Yeah, no, that was last year's Gen Con, I believe. Yeah, no, did it come out?
Because I haven't seen it.
Yeah, what? It's
I know, it's here. You guys will be seeing it.
Yeah, let's show it off. But it's beautiful, and we've gotten a lot of good feedback on it. People are loving. I mean, it's not sort of, I don't know, typical temperate stuff. It's like you're lost in the desert and the gnolls are closing in, or you're on a sand ship flying across the dunes. I love that stuff. It reminds me of like John Carter of Mars in its flavor, or like Conan in certain epics.
Arabian Nights.
Right, Arabian Nights, Al-Qadim, all those kinds of things. So I enjoy that a lot. And it seems like it's a hit with people who are looking a little twist in their fantasy, something different.
So let's swing on over to an upcoming Kickstarter, which the announcement has actually not been made as of this moment.
Right.
But we have discussed that this video will not come out until after the announcement has been made.
Tonight, yeah.
So we can discuss it a little bit.
Sure. This next Kickstarter for us it's a little bit like a setting book, but it's basically D&D out beyond the safety of civilization. We're calling it Wastes of Chaos.
Okay.
The cover, speaking of pulp fantasy and John Carter of Mars, the cover art is a big warrior with lightning riding a lizard, if that gives you some idea what we're shooting for here.
Sure.
And it's launching right after Labor Day. And there's a sign-up link that I can throw your way.
I'll include it in the video notes.
Right.
Of course, I'll have a news piece too. So.
Yeah. We're planning this as both a toolbox full of chaotic cults and wastelands, and it's like the Caves of Chaos meets a crashed ship from the mythos meets John Carter of Mars. I guess I'm going with that today. Because it's all the stuff outside the kingdoms. It's all the stuff that's not the regular wilderness. It's the barrens. It's Stephen King's Dark Tower, the gunslinger running across Devilweed, all that stuff. And I don't want to give away all of what's in that package, but it's 2 books. And it's pretty darn sweet. And we're going to have an actual play stream here on the Gen Con channel. So previewing some of that content before launch. But yeah, sign up for it, check it out when it launches, because I think you're going to like it if you like old school adventure. But it's all 5e and new tools, new monsters, right? So I'm excited about Wastes of Chaos. I'm trying real hard to keep my mouth shut about some of the juicy stuff, Jeff. And I
understand.
The urge to spill. But that's about all I can tell you today. Come back in a month and I'll tell you the rest.
Very nice. Well, I'm not going to come back here in a month because it'll be some other convention.
Sure. But we'll send you
You'll send me the news and everything.
I know.
So I got one last question for you, Wolfgang.
All right.
What is a Kobold Press product that you feel deserves a little bit more love than maybe it has received?
Oh, man. Well, that's no, actually, a lot of Kobold products get good attention, win awards. People love them to pieces. And Scarlet Citadel, for instance, people just keep talking. It's a year after the release. Yeah. It's still going. I think the one that people don't know about, but when they pick it up, they go, why did no one tell me? Is the Warlock Patreon stuff.
Okay.
The Warlock Grimoires.
Yeah, right. Don't you have 3 volumes
There are
of it
3
now?
volumes of this, and they're collections of the stuff that we put on the Patreon plus new things.
Yeah.
And they're just juicy idea generators, right? You can read, like, I don't know, a few pages and go, oh, that's cool, I'll drop that in. Or you can treat it like an encyclopedia of somewhat dark fantasy. And a lot of it's linked to Midgard, but maybe that's a third of it. So the Warlock Grimoires are about 2/3 5th edition D&D, drop it anywhere.
Yeah.
New monsters, treasures, adventure ideas. Yeah, I love the Grimoires.
It makes for fine bathroom reading.
Yeah, I try to avoid the term bathroom reader, but
I
that's
mean,
kind of what they
is,
are.
yeah, because it's sort of like, all right, there's 4 pages.
Right? And like, oh,
not
that's
4
cool.
pages.
Oh, look at this item. I'm going to put that in a treasure hoard.
Right. It's like, oh, hey, this is an adventure idea. I'm liking this. I like this nugget.
Yes. So it's a mixed bag every time, but that's part of the fun of it, is you don't get just one flavor. It's not all monsters and all spells.
Right.
It's everything. And the writers are, we kind of tell them to cut loose, right? Like, it's a Warlock thing. You can do whatever you like in there, because it's not official hardcover.
Right.
And then by the time the Grimoire comes around, like, all right, we're going to shape it, we're going to edit it, we're going to add some new stuff that they didn't see in the Patreon, or something along those lines.
Polish it up a little
Polish
bit
it up,
sometimes.
maybe some new art. And people pick them up here at Gen Con and go, what is this? I'm like, oh, let me tell you. This is fun. Take it with you on the plane, read it. And then they're like, oh, there's 3. No, you just need 1. You'll be back for the other 2. I'm not worried.
Just get a taste.
They really are
You'll
fun.
bring them back in for the rest.
They're a good time. So.
Any final thoughts you'd like to share with the audience, Wolfgang?
Oh, Gen Con's just a blast. It's the gathering of the tabletop tribe. We're happy to be here this year. And I will say, if you do come to Gen Con, we're running 100 tables worth of games this year.
Yeah, but you told me I can't put the video up. They won't be here yet.
But if you aren't at Gen Con, what we're doing this year, once a month we run an online game called Kobold Chronicles.
Okay.
You just show up and play. You don't have to be at Gen Con.
Nice.
You can just show up. And we have GMs the last Sunday of every month we run Kobold Chronicles. So you don't have to come to the show, but the 4th Sunday of the month, it's the 4th Sunday. But yeah, come play with us.
So you can get some Kobold love without having to come to Gen Con.
You don't have to breathe our Cobalt fumes. You don't have to trudge down the hallways. Oh, it's hard coming to Gen Con.
Oh,
don't throw me in that
Oh,
path.
gosh. Wolfgang, thank you so much for once again taking some time out here at Gen Con. You guys are super busy. We're kind of hidden off in the corner here. And I hope you have a great show.
It's great so far. Loving it.
Oh, hey, you're still here. Well, if that's the case, by all means, subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel by clicking right here. Check out the latest episode of the Gaming Gang Dispatch, or find out what YouTube recommends you check out from the channel. And of course, once again, I'm Jeff McAleer. Thanks for watching.